Hey guys, it's the Female Pope signing on, and today I want to jump into the Female Pope 843 signing on, and we are headed into the third month of 2022, guys. March is here, spring is coming, the world is going, and as far as your mind and your emotions and keeping everything settled, the best way to kind of calm fear is to look it dead in the eye and say, okay, we're not doing this. And continue to evolve when it comes to your spirit. Some of the practices that I have put in place and have learned about allows me to always feel like everything is connected and we are way more powerful than we think. The power is within us, and there are signs and there are things that are out there to let us know that we're okay. So the Most High has given us, I feel like God is so vast when it comes to resources and making things happen because He is the universe. Everything works together. So when there are resources out here that are calling your name, like let's just say gemstones, if you run across chakras, or if you run across something talking about the moon and affirmations, if those type things are coming across your path, then you might just need to kind of stop and just kind of peek in and say, okay, what's going on here? Because learning and being a well-rounded person makes you valuable in a lot of ways. So 888 is the number that I definitely want to kind of jump into. I'm going to ascend from 1 to 8 just to kind of give you guys a quick summary of numerology and how numbers kind of work. So numbers are everywhere. Like they're in our time, they're in our license plates, they're in our social security numbers, they're in our address, they're in math, they're in algebra, they're in money. Numbers are everywhere. So understanding combinations of numbers, or if you are continuing to see repeating numbers like me, like I see repeating numbers all the time. And I promise you, it's not like I'm like waiting on that number to come. It's like I so happen to always look at 111, 333, sometimes 444 shows up, and that's just in time. 555 shows up to 1111 shows up, 1212, 1010, 222, 333, 444, 55. Like those numbers show up. And when those numbers aren't showing up in time, they're showing up on license plates. Like I'll just see 888, or I'll just see 1212, or I'll just see 777. I'll just see these repeating numbers, and I'm in a car sometimes with people and I'm like, at first I was saying it all the time. I was like, you see those numbers? They're like, yeah, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I stopped saying stuff to people because I felt like those were messages for me. So 888 was one of the last numbers that I saw. So we'll dig into that. But I really want you guys to kind of follow me through the different numbers. So you can understand, if you do see them, what they mean and what you should kind of be thinking about when it comes to a message being sent to you. Now, I'm not a psychic. I just kind of use different resources to understand life, because I don't think it's a coincidence when I see repeating numbers. I feel like a message is trying to be sent to me. And most times those messages are like right on time. So 111, if you see 111, that means manifestation. 1 is associated with the beginning. 1 is kind of like it encourages you to keep following your spirit. You are on the right path. Just listen to your gut and heart. Just listen to yourself. 1 is like being one with yourself. Like the most successful people, I believe, are people that trust themselves and they don't allow others to dictate how they are going to make choices in their life. Now, it's okay to have a mentor, a coach, a teacher, someone that kind of is guiding you, because you don't know what you don't know. There's so much I know, and there is a lot that I don't know. And I always take that attitude whenever in life when it comes to dealing with people. So I know a lot, but I don't know that much. So 111 is manifestation, it's beginning, it's the start. In the Bible stories, they say that Genesis is the first book of the Bible, and in that book, for the first 7 days, God basically created this world, right? So on day one, he did this, on day two. So day one starts, like, one to me basically is the start of something. It's the beginning. So that's one. Twos. So twos remind me of compatibility, connection, chemistry, partnership, balance, unity, serenity, kind of partnering with someone. It could be on a romantic level, or it could also be just in a job or on a project, and it being a good partnership. Partnerships come in many different forms. We all know that, but two kind of is like that. Two also reminds me of the right place and the right time, trusting what you want and don't think about what you don't want when it comes to two, because when you're combining your life or your money or your business or your time or anything with somebody else, you have to know that they're in alignment with the vision that you have. And although you guys may agree to disagree sometimes, it's important to always remember that you are an individual and you're the God of your existence. You are in control of how your life turns out. And it's based on mindset, it's based on different practices, it's based on discipline. And when you incorporate that into your life, you get to really see manifestation happen, and to be able to share that with somebody who kind of has the same idea of life. It's amazing. So that's 222. 333 is the equilibrium. It's like mind, body, and spirit. We are one with that, but there are three different categories. So you focus on three aspects. You don't neglect any of it. That's why when I say mindfulness and emotional intelligence are kind of one and the same, like being mindful of others, being mindful of yourself, looking within yourself and trying to figure out root causes of bad actions or reactions or habits, and trying to change those weaknesses within yourself is a constant thing that you're going to be doing to the day you die. You're always going to need help with that. You're always going to have to understand that no matter how long you live, there is something that you don't know. You're going to know a lot, but there's still things that are going to be mysterious. There's still things that are going to have questions unanswered. Okay. So mind, body, and spirit is about taking care of your body, making sure that your temple is always. Now, I'm not gonna act like I don't eat chocolate ice cream and chocolate chip cookies. I'm not gonna say that. I would never. Chocolate is my absolute favorite. However, I can't have chocolate every day. I can't eat Snicker bars every day because it's not good for me. Overindulging and greed and all of those type of behaviors are weaknesses to your spirit. So when you see yourself, operating in any one of those low vibrational behaviors, you have to check that, and you have to create new habits and new behaviors so that you continue to ascend higher when it comes to your mind, your body, and your soul. When you get your mind together, your body kind of are like automatically aligned. You just start wanting to drink more water. You find like things just come across your path to say, you know what, I want to be more healthy. I want to be more fit. I want to be, the best version of me when it comes to my physical attributes, because this body is the vehicle that I use to get around. Like, I'm the one that put one foot in front of the other. So mind, body, and spirit is important, and you have to always work on strengthening your mind, your body, and your spirit. You have to. So yeah, that's 333. It also says that 333 is ascended masters, and Father, Son, Holy Ghost. That's one. That's like the Trinity in the Christian world, and that's the story that we came with. They gave us or whatever when it comes to understanding, God, and the Trinity and who helps God or whatever. But I feel like we all play a major role in our small little space in this world when it comes, because there's billions of people on this earth. However, we all have a part to play where we are. And we do that by tapping in to the Most High. We do that by working on our weaknesses one day at a time. And when we do that, we're making where we are better for ourselves. We're living healthier lives when we work on the things in our life that do not mean us any good. And when you clean your life up in such a way to where as in nothing is living rent free in your mind because you have negative thoughts always passing through, or you don't realize that you have the power to the same energy that it takes to be negative, you can use to be positive. Like, and that's how I choose to operate. Like, I'll just be positive. I'll just laugh more. I will do more for others if I'm in a situation to do that. You know, I always come in peace. I always try to cleanse my intention. Sage is something that I use a lot in my home, especially if people like I'm always entertaining for a birthday or for dinner or whatever. But and I babysit my sister kids. Like, I do a lot, so a lot of different people are in and out my home. But my home is my humble abode. So I found a practice in using sage to cleanse my home of any negative energy, anything that is not of good peace, love, joy, happiness. It cannot stay in my home. And I do that every single time people come to my home and leave. I sage my home. And I just kind of just have these different things that I say to align with positive vibes, good vibration, you know, this being my humble abode, you know, even though my, what is it? Mi casa es su casa.